All right, everybody, welcome to 1 Million Cups Chico. We have a nice small group today. Glad to see you on this beautiful Wednesday morning. So, as you know, many of you know, 1 Million Cups is a franchise event from the Kaufman Foundation in over 160 cities every single week, 9 o'clock in the morning on Wednesdays, to help give support to our emerging entrepreneurs and startups. And that's what we're doing here today. So we would like to see a 6-minute pitch from one of our startups. And then we'll have 20 minutes of question and answer from our community members. We have, this is a free event with volunteer organizers. And so we want to thank Garden Villa Cafe for providing the venue and the coffee and the amazing food. Yay. And Chico Start for all of their volunteers and lots of other stuff. Yay. And then we also have Danny Schwartz Consulting, and I don't see Danny here today. And we have a couple other volunteers in the room. We have Lynn, and we have Kent, who does the video and audio for us. It's great. And we have Eva, who's one of our Chico Start mentors, and we have Heather from the Chamber of Commerce. So this is a community event. We can't do this without the support from our lovely Chico and Butte County area. If you'd like to get involved, please give us a call at Chico Start. What we do here is the 1 Million Cups is, the idea is based on, it takes 1 million cups of coffee to build a business and get the support you need to get that business going. So we're here to find our emerging entrepreneurs and give them the support they need to see their vision all the way through. So that's why we're here today. We would like to hear from Ray today, and he is going to talk to us about Influx. Ray, you have 6 minutes.
Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How's everybody doing today? Awesome. Nice, bright and early, huh? That's awesome. Thank you guys for being here, and most importantly, thank you for having me. And thank you for all the hard work you've done to get everybody here into this room. I think it's very well organized. I love this setup. I'm here to tell you guys a little bit about my business today, known as Influx. And Influx is like Match.com, but for online brands and e-commerce resellers that want to sell those brands. Essentially, I'm creating an army of online salespeople, and I'm getting products to plug in with this army so that everybody can make money on every side. Let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. In 2017, 23% of all sales made on the internet were made by a business model called drop shipping, which is essentially selling a product without actually having it. This 23% amounts to $85 billion worth of revenue in the United States alone. Now, what is the problem? The problem is that these drop shippers are getting suspended from Amazon and eBay because they're not following compliance. And because of that, they get a message that looks a little something like this. Essentially, it says, if you don't give us the proof that we need, then we're going to hold on to your money and we're not going to give it back to you. And these e-commerce resellers have thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars already made in sales on both Amazon and eBay. And they're simply saying, we're not going to give it to you unless you prove to us that wherever you got these products is okay with you selling these products. On the other side, we have the brands that don't know how to successfully sell on the internet, or they would like to scale, but don't have the capacity to do so. So what is the solution? Influx. Influx is going to allow the eBay and Amazon resellers to comply with their policies. Now, this is very difficult because it's always changing. It's always continuously moving. And for the brands, we're going to help them get connected to the army of sellers so that they can then sell these products online. This way, the resellers are able to make more money by helping the brands sell their products. So this is how it works. It's going to be a software. And we are going to create partnerships with local businesses, such as yours, for example, so that when our salespeople sell your product, you're able to give them an invoice. And this invoice is going to be able to follow with the compliance that Amazon and eBay has. That way, when they get that message that you guys saw with the problem, they're going to simply send one of these over and say, here you go, everything I am doing is legitimized. We have a partnership. Now give me my money. And then they're going to get paid. So this is something that currently exists in other industries, but is not currently being utilized in the e-commerce world. So this is something that we can easily take from the shipping industry and simply move it over to the drop shipping. No one has done it yet, and I'm absolutely flabbergasted by why nobody has thought about this. So this is something that we would like to do. Here's a little bit of traction that we've had in the past. I'll tell you a little bit about myself, and then I'll move on to this slide. As many of you may know, I come from a background of social media marketing. So the original idea was to connect online brands with social media influencers so that they can sell the product. My business partner, George Suarez, has been doing e-commerce sales for about 4 years now. And his idea was, instead of finding social media influencers that want to sell these brands, why don't we take people who are already skilled and trained in sales and let them do the heavy lifting? And I thought it was genius. I was like, perfect, that sounds like an amazing idea. So we were able to tap into some of his network of resellers. These are 2 mastermind groups that he's currently a part of. You can see that this one has 52,000 members on a Facebook group, and this one has about 15,000 members. And he's very recognized and respected within both of these groups. So here's a little bit of the traction that we've already had. And I'm happy to announce as well that about 2 weeks ago, we got our first 3 paying clients. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So we know that people are willing to pay for this, and they're actually very excited to do so. They understand how the business works, and they want to make more money. So this is some of the traction that we have so far. The revenue model. We are going to have the e-commerce resellers pay us $1,000 a month in order to be able to have access to our suppliers. And one of the questions you may be asking is, how is this going to scale? I love that question. We are also going to be receiving a 3% commission from every sale that happens on our platform. This 5-year growth projection is based on getting 3 influencers a year. 3 influencers a month for the next 5 years. So you can see that we're going to have 30, 60, 90, an upward trajectory, and we're going to get 3% of every sale that is made. And that is how this is going to scale. As our resellers get better, they will sell more as well. The way we're going to get the marketing plan is we're going to target the influencers of those big 50,000 member groups that we talked about. And we're going to give them an incentive for promoting our product, and every person that signs up, they are going to get a commission off of that. So that is going to be our marketing plan. Here are some of the milestones that we are currently working towards. And you can see that we've been started on this for a couple months now, and we've already hit many of our milestones. So the next thing that we are working on is acquiring 1 supplier a month and 3 influencers a month, up until the point where we can build our product. And that is essentially the next thing that we would like to do. What I need your help with is finding software developers that are able to build something like what I asked for earlier today. It's essentially going to be a software that tracks sales and provides influencers. If there's any way that you can get me connected to anyone in this line of work, here is my phone number and my email address, and you're absolutely welcome to send me a text or an email so that you can help me help you. Thank you. My name is Raymundo. This is Influx, and I appreciate you having me here today.
Nice work. All right, we have 20 minutes.
Competition. You talked about it briefly, made it sound like you don't have any, but everybody has competition.
Absolutely.
Can you speak to that?
Sure. So some of the competition that is our biggest competition essentially are the softwares that are handling only a part of what we would like to do as a whole. There are many competitions that do, for example, only track sales, or they only give you products, or they only give you an invoice in a different industry, for example. But none of the competition is doing all of them on a single unified platform. So the problem that they are having is that they have, on average, 5 different tools that they are struggling to connect and make work in unison. And that is what we would like to do, is unify it onto a single platform. You're very welcome.
So first of all, I didn't know, I wouldn't have guessed you were a student, so you did a good job.
Thank you.
And I appreciate, I didn't think about this when I'm getting feedback to other students in class, but you also speak at the right cadence, so, which is great, because I go for it. I had a question specifically around keeping up with how the compliance changes from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how would you automate that so that you wouldn't have to carry overhead for that? So like every time that there's a compliance change, that your software, right,
Mm-hmm.
would, then take that into consideration and make the appropriate changes on behalf of all the people you're carrying on your platform.
That's an excellent question. The thing that we plan to do, because it is going to be continuously moving,
Right.
We are going to be based heavily online, and we're going to hire specifically virtual assistants that are going to be reading Amazon's policies and keeping us updated so that we can then transfer that knowledge over to our suppliers, if that answers your question.
Yes.
So we're going to hire somebody specifically.
Okay. And then I have another question, and then I won't use up all your time. You're talking about your growth curve, right? We're talking about scaling and forecasting, et cetera. Have you also taken into consideration what a natural attrition rate would be? I mean, if people who may decide they don't like the compliance measurement, they're going to not, or people who are not complying, and so you're going to have to, shoot them, put them out of misery, different things. Have you also taken attrition into account?
That is also a great question. For this one, I took a very conservative attrition rate. So we plan on getting 3 resellers a month. But as you can see, at the end of year 1, we only get 30. So that is a difference of about 6 for the attrition rate, and then that stocks on top of itself. I do think that it would be smarter, at least for the pro forma, the projections, to be more liberal about the attrition rate. If that's something you recommend I do, I'm happy to implement that as well.
I think you're on the right track.
Okay, thank you for that recommendation.
So, can you give me an example of, you mentioned all those people that had all the money they can't access because they're not in compliance.
Mm-hmm.
So can you give me an example of what they were not in compliance of?
Absolutely. So I'll go ahead and go back to this problem slide. And this is only part of it. So what Amazon is saying is, who are you getting it from? So that is known as a supply chain agreement. They would like to see a written contract as a partnership. They would also like to receive an invoice to make sure that the price that you sold it for is the price that you are paying for it. Because one of the problems is that people are drop shipping from, let's say, Walmart on eBay. So you as an Amazon customer would order a coffee cup and then get a box from Walmart with the receipt from Walmart, even though you bought it from Amazon. So you're gonna see that not only did you overpay, you also got it from someone else, and you're gonna leave a negative review on Amazon. So Amazon isn't gonna like that. And they're gonna send you something like this so that you can stop doing that, because it's hurting their brand image. And that's the biggest thing that they care about, not hurting their brand image.
Where did you get the information about how much money is actually being held by Amazon that's not accessed?
My business partner, he does drop shipping on Amazon, and he shared with me not only his finances, his revenue, but he ran into this same problem as well, which is how we ended up coming with this idea. He noticed that everyone in his network is having this same problem, and it needs fixing. Did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Tim?
Have you thought about different revenue models, more like just a flat rate, like insurance policy? So you're going to make sure that they're in compliance, their stuff, if something happens, you're going to take care of all the issues for them. And just say, I just want to pay you $150 a month, up to $20,000 in sales, 200. So you just have a predictable income revenue stream coming in.
Yeah, so for example, I think what in that scenario, if somebody already is doing drop shipping, they already have their client list, or they already have their suppliers, they don't want any more suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
They're just saying, wow, this is kind of cool, but I don't want to do the $1,000 a month, $150 a month just for you to review my complaint. Yeah. I know.
That's never something that I thought about. It sounds like a great idea, though.
That way you can give different models for the people
Right.
to choose. If you're just starting off 3% for me, it's fine.
Mhm.
But if I'm established, I already know my resellers, I'm good. But I might have some issues.
Right.
I don't have the time as a business guy to go through all of Amazon stuff.
Mhm.
So for you to go through the documentation and requirements and how often they change, and to notify me saying, hey, this is coming down the pipeline. You may want to adjust these things, and here's how we can help you. And then you upsell those other services.
That's awesome. That actually sounds like an amazing idea. And would you recommend charging less or more for that? Less?
That's like a gateway in.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mhm.
Yeah, or a one-time analysis, you know.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of the things we did think of was charging a higher percentage per sale with zero monthly payment for the first about 3 months just to get them in the door. And then we'll switch over to a lower percentage but a higher per month. But I love that recommendation. I'll definitely implement that. Thank you, Tim.
Compliance really good.
Yes?
Well, it's almost like a membership model where you've got, tiers of, membership, right?
Right.
And it's kind of speaking of what Wendy was talking about, something along those lines.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I actually had something similar for this slide of the revenue model, but I decided it was too complicated here. But we have more suppliers for a higher price or less suppliers for a lower price as well.
You're going to different size businesses, right?
Exactly.
So a small business that's trying to do this and starting out maybe cannot afford $1,000 a month.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
How do people, I know just running different businesses, I only have a handful of suppliers that I deal with. And the fewer suppliers, the easier it is for me to pay my bills and purchase orders. So with 500 suppliers, am I ever going to go through 500 suppliers looking for different products? How do people navigate going through that many suppliers? And why would you need that?
The way that drop shippers tend to do their business is that they don't care who the supplier is or where it's from. All they care about is the end product.
So multiple people have the same product.
Exactly. So we can have multiple suppliers with the same product, but the drop shippers are interested in the margin. Which one of these products is going to make me the most money? So with that, that's how we're going to be able to decide what you want to sell. It's going to be the end product as opposed to how many suppliers. The more suppliers, it's simply going to translate to more products for you to be able to sell. A lot of these dropshippers aren't brand loyal or niche loyal. They simply care about the margin. Did that answer your question?
Yes. I'm just getting to another one, but
Wendy?
So, all right, sorry if you already mentioned this, I'm a little confused about. So we've got the drop shippers and then we have the suppliers. This revenue model is based on the drop shippers paying that monthly.
Correct.
What about the suppliers?
We are getting 3% commission off of the sales on their end to begin with.
Okay.
And then in the future, we would like to charge them a monthly subscription as
So
well.
you have two separate marketing strategies.
Correct, yes.
On those two separate marketing strategies, one, do you check compliance with them, give them a compliance review, so how they're approaching their customers, so when they do want new customers, either within your framework or outside of it, do you get both sides, you get a percentage there, plus do a compliance review, and say, oh, we'll make sure your products are safe.
That's correct, yes.
So you do both sides. And then with the 500 suppliers, do you have like a portal that you go search the databases on them in one spot looking for an item? Or, I mean,
That is, yes. That is what Influx is. It's
Okay.
that platform that allows for that. Does that make more sense?
yeah, so it's just a big database of the supplier. You put in the product and it just grabs from whoever has it in stock.
Exactly.
This is not a question, it's a recommendation. When you're doing this presentation or presentations in the future, say to potential investors or something like that, and even potential customers, I would advise that you. One of the questions earlier was where did you get your data? Make sure you have a footnote, and then also be able to not only with that footnote. It may not say I got it from my business card, but you may want to check. You may want to check some like standard databases
Right.
for that, or some Amazon statistics, and add that and put that in because and have that on a different slide as well, like the details of that on a different slide. So you can
Right.
have it. That's
To add some credibility to it.
yeah,
Okay.
and when people want to drill, especially customers and investors, they're going to want to drill down further than the basic questions we're asking.
Right. Thank you for that recommendation.
So this is a B2B model, right?
Correct.
Are you on LinkedIn?
I am, yes.
I couldn't find you.
Your Raymundo again.
On Raymundo?
Correct.
I'm just gonna say.
First one, seven.
You better be on LinkedIn.
It seems like a lot of companies don't have affiliate sales. Like for instance, I want to sell ham radios or something, but ham radio outlet or Giga Parts or a lot of these places don't have an easy affiliate thing. You might try to arrange to have that exist and be kind of the middleman of that so that, I can sell the thing I want to sell and they can get some money. But
Absolutely.
it seems like there's a lot of barriers and trouble to do that right now. I don't know. That's
Do you have any recommendations for that?
well, you see these. I mean, I guess you're acting kind of as like an affiliate program
In a way, yes.
in a way, yeah. But with the drop shipping,
Right.
so that's nice. Like Oberlo or some of those things. You see some of those things on there. But it'd be nice to reach out to some of these other things. I don't know. Just there's a lot of places aren't participating in this.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Mr. Connor.
I'll let this gentleman choose here.
Whatever. Go ahead.
So for your market research, you mentioned that your business partner is in a lot of different associations, dropship associations. Have you interviewed any of these dropshippers, and how have you done that? How many have you interviewed? What has been your experience with that?
We have, yes. So what we did was we put together a survey using Google Forms, and we asked them, how much are you selling currently? How many platforms are you using? How much are you paying for your tools? What are your biggest fears when it comes to Amazon and eBay?
Nice.
And what is it that your current tools are missing? And from that, we got some great information. We found out that people are very afraid of getting kicked off of Amazon. And the reason that is because last month, eBay kicked all of their dropshippers off of the platform. So they already lost that source of income, which a lot of people have their whole life dependent on this. And they know that Amazon is slowly chopping away and making it harder and harder. So they know that it's coming. And with that, we also found that they pay on average about $500 a month for 1 to 2 tools. And we're charging $1,000 for 5 tools in total. We've also done phone conversations, which is how we ended up getting the customers that we have now. We tapped into some of his resources who are both suppliers and drop shippers, and we asked them essentially, would you be willing to let us sell your product for a 3% commission rate? And on the supplier side, we didn't charge them anything monthly. But on the drop shipper side, we planned to. We told them that initially they don't have to pay us, but within the second month, they will be paying this $1,000 a month.
So you have the capability to test this out without building a tool.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
absolutely. We're
Yes.
trying to make the sale and build the business before we have the actual platform.
And then the big risk associated with that is you're relying on Amazon for this whole model. So what happens if Amazon just does away with, okay, this isn't working anymore, everything's going to go through us, no more drop shippers,
Mhm.
Something to think about. What is the backup plan? And what is the future of Amazon? And maybe try to get some insight there, some contacts there,
Right,
to always understand that and keep an eye on that.
absolutely. Great idea. Tim?
One thing, I think Amazon has dropped you as a purchasing product from you directly at a certain level. So they jumped a whole bunch of people, so there's going to be more influx in the dropshipping
Oh, okay.
on the smaller customers.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
But I wanted to know, since you have 500 suppliers, you're selling to drop shippers, people on Amazon, how have you thought about people with new products, introducing them to the suppliers? So if I have a product, you have a supply chain, I don't want to have to go to Amazon or find the shippers, but you have all these customers, doing the introduction for new product brands to different suppliers, helping them get into the supply chain.
Right.
Would be something to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would definitely work. I think, right. We can, to answer both of your questions, I think it's around the same realm. One of the ways that dropshipping can also be done is outside of Amazon and eBay, on your own personal website, for example. So if Amazon ever, went bad, then we can use something like Shopify or something like your own personal niched or branded website to continue to bring revenue outside of Amazon and eBay. And that could also be a way to introduce the brands onto the internet, essentially, before we move them into the big boys like Amazon. Did that address your concerns? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, please keep them coming. Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same person you're thinking of, but at Chico Start, we had a woman who just crossed over 1 million in sales.
Nice.
A year. That was almost a year
Yes.
ago. That was
On
almost a year
Amazon,
ago.
on
Yeah.
Amazon, correct?
She's in Italy now, but she sells high-end Italian sweets and stuff, and she uses this Amazon dropship. She's she's really smart. She doesn't think she's a good businesswoman. She's mistaken. She's great at what she
Oh,
does.
clearly.
I'm sure she'd be willing to talk to you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so remind us to connect you with her.
Oh, I would absolutely appreciate that. Thank you. I remember her as well when I was
Yeah.
working with Blue Fox.
Allison.
Yeah.
Yeah, last name is Smith.
Yeah, Allison.
Yeah, last name is curly hair, brunette.
Mhm.
We have time for one more question. Any more? All right.
Nice. Thank you guys for having me once again.
Stay up there. Thank you. That was awesome. It's really fun.
Thank you.
And I forgot to mention that Ray is a Chico State student, so great work. You have your 1 Million Cups mug.
Thank you, Wendy.
So thanks everybody for coming. We have a mug club that we do I think we're gonna do it once a month. I don't know, but I'm gonna do it today. And I was gonna give it to Bob because he's our new guy.
Nice.
So please spread the love of 1 Million Cups. We'd love to come here and get a jump start to our week and learn about new businesses and give them support from all of our community members. And thank you to Garden Villa Cafe, Chico Start, the Chamber of Commerce, Danny Sports Consulting, and all of our many volunteers who help out. If you have ideas for our workshops, we're going to be implementing workshops, please add them to the sign-up sheet. And we have announcements. We have 2 events. So this Saturday, we have the NORCON Hacker Conference at Idea Fab Labs. It's an all-day event for the whole family to come and learn about cybersecurity issues, hacking. There's a lockpick village, lots of hands-on activities. We have a ham radio station, Kent, I believe, is going to be doing. So an Idea Fab Labs is a great place to come and just check out if you've never been there. They have a lot of great tools for doing arts and makerspace type stuff. So we hope to see you there. It's all day. Once again, it's only $10 to go. Kids love it. And there's also an after party with DJs at 9 p.m. at night too. So we're excited about that. And then the other event is next Tuesday at the City Council meeting at 6 o'clock. Core Butte High School won the cybersecurity competition for the California Mayor Cyber Cup Challenge. And the Core Butte team will be presenting the trophy to Mayor Randall Stone because Chico won. It was a competition between many cities in Butte County and Mendocino County. So if you want to come to the City Council chamber and check that out, it'll be pretty exciting. And thanks for coming to 1 Million Cups. Bring a friend next week.
Right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.